Hey, what's going on everyone? I am Rob Richards, I'm here at PowerTech's headquarters and we're taking a look at the Workbench MultiSystem today, in particular focusing on its max weight capacity. So we all know what the MultiSystem can do. We've got a fully adjustable decline, flat, incline and upright bench. We have independent lever arms that when we take out the lock bar here, they function independently. One of the most important features of the MultiSystem is the safety feature. So we can see the safety bar here. We can reposition that based on where we need that bar. This is key because when we're training alone, especially with heavy weight, it's important that we can exit safely from the machine without the bar coming down and crushing our chest, much like if you were training on your own with a barbell. So big feature here, we're gonna test this out. We've got the lat pull down feature, we've got the ab crunch, and we've got the squat station over there. So just to give you some stats real quick before we get into it, we have a 500-pound weight capacity, 250 on each arm, 300-pound weight capacity on the lat pull down feature, and again, 500 pounds on the squat station. Now, one of the first things that I noticed when using the lever arms is how little my shoulders come into play compared to using a barbell. And you have to think that when you're doing barbell presses, you're using a lot of the stabilizer muscles to assist and balance that weight, which uses up a lot of energy as well. It actually takes off much of the strain from just the pecs doing that work. With these lever arms, because we've got a fixed range of motion, meaning we don't have to stabilize or balance that bar, we just push the bar up, allowing it to follow its natural range of motion, we can really focus on contracting and squeezing the chest. So this is 90 pounds in total. The lever arms weigh 10 pounds each, so that's 20. This is 110 pounds. We've got a long way to go to get up to our 500, but let's keep adding a few more plates on and putting it to the test. All right, we're getting there. 180 pounds total, 200 pounds with the bar. The thing I like about this is because of that safety bar in, it means that even though I'm not there yet, when I do fail, I can lower the lever arms down and safely remove from the machine. And you're gonna see just how beneficial that is once we add a couple more 45-pound plates on the bar. Get that 1 rep max if we can, and then as we fail and that bar comes down, I don't need to worry about re-racking it onto the hooks because I've got that safety bar in place. So it means I can really push myself, especially if I'm training alone, which is key for those who obviously want to lift heavy alone, or for all the Mars and Pars out there who have children, especially in sports lifting. This is great because it means they can push heavy enough weight without needing someone there to obviously look over and spot all of the time. So this is called smart training. Let's keep going, get another 45-pound plate on the bar. So this is about the maximum that I'd lift on free weight on a barbell. 270 plus 20 for the arms, 290, 290 pounds that comfortably I can get a few reps. But let's see what happens when we add another 45-pound plate and take this up to 380. Okay, so that's failure for me. Obviously, I couldn't even lift the weight off the bar, but it can do it. Look, let's be honest. I'm not the biggest, strongest guy, and like I said, sort of 290, 300 is sort of my max weight. So sure, if we take off the 45s and we put 10, maybe a 25 on there at most, I might be able to get a rep or two, but that's besides the point. This video is to highlight the max weight capacity, and again, 250 pounds per arm, up to 500 pounds. So if you're a bigger, stronger person and you need that strength focus, especially training home alone maybe, this machine can more than handle probably what you can do in the gym. Certainly can for me. So we've reached our max on this one. Let's move on and check out the lat pull down feature. That's a 300-pound weight capacity. I'm normally about 240, 260 pounds on a lat machine in the gym, so we're gonna get close. Let's see how it looks. Let's get some weight on there. If you've ever trained in an old school kind of gym where, you know, the machines are 20, 30 something years old, and you've ever experienced a lat pull down with a mechanical feature like this, meaning no cables involved, you'll know what I mean when I say you can really kind of get some weight and some momentum behind to feel that back without that feeling of a cable and having that weight loaded on that. You know what I mean if you've experienced that. That's what you feel here. It's that sort of old school approach. You can lock yourself down with this thigh pad. You can see several different handle options. Kind of more of a neutral grip here, a wide grip, and then we've got this short bar that pulls over, which is going to be great for the likes of underarm pull downs. And we can attach a cable for the likes of tricep press downs or even a great overhead tricep extension. But we've got 90 pounds on there. Feels real good. Let's get another 45 pound on there and keep upping the ante when it comes to getting closer to that max weight capacity. That feels solid. I like that. 90, 180 pounds plus the weight of the arm, 10, so 190 pounds. That feels good. Let's get another 45 pound on there and get closer to that 300 pound max weight capacity. Got about 270 pounds loaded up, close enough to the maximum, but to be honest, that's probably my maximum for lat pull downs. And my chest is feeling it from having got close to the max weight on the lever arms. Look, if you are used to training heavy, you like to focus on strength, and especially if you train at home and alone, this machine is going to help save you a lot of trouble when it comes to figuring out how to lift the heaviest weight that you can and having a safety spotter on hand. With this machine, you don't need that. So definitely hit my max weight on that and on the lever arms. Let's move over to the squat station. That's got a 500 pound weight capacity, and see how close we can get to that on there. So one of the first things I need to say about the squat station is the angled leg press. This makes it so much easier to really focus on the quads and take some of that strain away from perhaps around the knees and the hips, or the lower back rather, when doing a conventional barbell. And if you think about it, you've got the weight loaded up across the shoulders, and you've kind of got this concertining effect of just going down, even though technically the hips should go back, but the weight is still on that vertical axis. With the way that the squat station is set up, you can see that I'm actually sort of squatting back down, following a bit of an arc, which means I feel it on my quads and much less on my back. And this is with 90 pounds. So let's get a few more plates either side and see how close we can get to that 500 pound max weight capacity. Ah, 90, 180 pounds plus the weight of the top machine here. So we're about 200 pounds. And I want to point attention to the two safety aspects here. We've got the lock bar, which allows us to, once we've got under the bar to push that forwards to open up the top lever to be able to swing down. So that's our movement. And even if we're unable to then push this bar back in, so basically we fail mid-rep, we've got these safety bars here, which if I show you, even if I fail at the bottom, I fail here, I can still exit safely from the machine without having all of that weight loaded on top of me. And then obviously I'd remove the weight to then be able to lift this back up, pull that safety bar back out, and lock it back into starting position. With this weight, I can get under it, move it back, we'll put some more weight on and keep edging that little bit closer towards our max weight capacity. So we're about, what's that, 270, maybe 290 with the actual weight of the top bar here. This is close to what I'd be doing with a barbell in the gym using free weights. And by then I'm already feeling it, my lower back and knees, like I'm feeling like I'm lifting heavy weight. Here, I'm moving the same weight, I'm just not feeling it quite as much around here. In fact, my lower portion of the quads are feeling really pumped, which makes sense because of the angle at which my feet are. And as I come down, this area here is then having to be really focused on all of that effort to push me back upright. Whew, feeling that. I feel pretty good about getting close to the 500. Certainly more so than the lever arms. I think my legs are a little bit stronger than my chest, but let's give it a go. I'm sure glad we got that safety bar there. This is 450 pounds plus the weight of the actual top lever here, 470 pounds thereabouts. Whew. Look, for those of you wondering, how does this translate to a barbell? It's not quite the same. Obviously, when you have a barbell loaded up, you're carrying all of that weight. But even when you do the perfect squat, you're putting a lot of pressure still through the lower back, through the ankles, through the knees, because we are flat on the floor. So even though it may not translate to the same amount of weight as on a barbell, close to 500 pounds on this squat station, and the angle of the foot plate means that you really feel it more on the quads. And just to put this into perspective, my heaviest squat in a gym with a barbell is usually around 3.5 plus the barbell. And that's maybe 6 to 8 reps at most. Where am I left feeling that? My lower back, for sure. With this, I don't even feel it on my lower back. It's right here. So I'd probably use less weight, but feel it focus more on my quads. And that really sums up PowerTech and the MultiSystem. Yes, it can manage heavy weight load, but it's not quite the same as lifting heavy free weights. It's more about forcing the muscles to work without putting you in danger of straining the lower back, the knees, the shoulders on the lever press. And when it comes to the back, I mean, that's just a good old fashioned lever-based lat pull down. So max out or get close to it with the heaviest weight you can lift, but more importantly, know that you can safely exit from the machine upon failure. And I think that's really the key. Pushing yourself to failure, especially if you're training at home on your own. We've got some more great videos on the PowerTech YouTube channel. We had a look at the lever gym earlier, which I did hit 4 plates on the chest press, so I feel good about that. but tons more machines. And if you go over to the PowerTech website, you'll find many of these how-to videos, assembly videos on each of the product pages. So check those out. And if you've got any more questions, drop me a comment on this video. I'll have a look through all of them, do my best to answer them. And yeah, keep training hard, focus, stay committed, and I'll see you back here on the next one. Take care.